Right, we've just got down for an overnighter. I've had a good walk round the lake. 3 laps as it happens. And as you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful late July day. 31 degrees, scorching, absolutely burning up, but perfect for an overnighter. You can see it's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so spent most of the day back at home prepping up bait for the following weeks, getting that sort of job boxed off. Always a laborious task, boiling up hemp particles, tigers, whatnot, but it's got to be done. Anyway, got myself down the lake. There's no one here. Perfect. Been able to have a good scout round. There's fish up to my right, big surface weed bed. I'll probably show you that before I go home actually, because they're going to vacate there in the next hour or two as it starts to cool off. Generally out of there by about 5. I've come down the lake 100 odd yards maybe, and you can see lovely little sheltered wooded cove. Yeah, there's the kit. Look at this beautiful swim. Look, lovely mossy banks, big willows, huge willows in fact. I'm gonna have to put the rods out on storm rods into the lake a bit, get past these overhangs. But I've seen one lump out here already. There's quite a lot of weed here. Not as much as further up the lake, but I've done them couple of odd trips up the top end there, and as I say, it's quite nice just to fish a different swim. I'm only here for these few weeks. I've got another mission starting in a couple of weeks' time, which I'll tell you about another when we get there actually, as it goes. But for now, I'm going to get the rods clipped up. There's a very, very shallow series of humps out there, like almost like one of them's like a little plateau, and then there's a couple of little shallow lumps of firmer ground in amongst the weed. So I'm going to locate them with the lead. Just flick the lead out and feel it down. Once I've located them, I'll clip the rods up, and I think for this trip I'm going to disregard the spomming because I'm only here for a night. And I'm going to just catapult. It's all pretty much within catapult range here, to be fair, with boilies and that. So yeah, I'm just going to flick a few out there. I'm probably going to get battered by the seagulls to begin with, but I might wait till it just gets dark and then do it. It's all about the morning bites on this pond generally, so yeah. Swans coming in, probably in their nest. They've probably, by the look of things, they've probably been lurking here in the night time. It's going to upset them a bit, isn't it? Because I'm going to be camped in here tonight. Anyway, let's get some rods sorted. Right, so basically what we've got here is a small marginal ledge dropping away into a big gully of weed, probably about 6 foot deep, something like that, 7 foot deep. Weeds coming to within about 2 foot of the surface, and then you've got this high spot out there. There's a bit of gravel on there. It's like almost like a small plateau really. It's got a bit of there's a little bit of weed on there, but not a great deal. There's better drops within it. I've just sort of leaded it up a little bit, and I found 3 of the best drops. As the plateau runs away from you from left to right, it sort of drops away into a bit of silt and then rises up again onto another slightly higher spot. Some really firm drops in there. So yeah, basically I'm gonna flick 3 rods out there, 4 or 5 pouches of bait round each one, just enough for a bite in the morning, and see how we go. Right, first things first, that's me lead arrangement, leader. So I've got a 2-ounce pear lead there. You can see I've just had a couple of chucks around and I've hit that gravelly high spot, so it's taken a few dinks out of the lead. That's set up on a C-clip, which generally retains the lead through the casting. That's a 3-pound version, so I'm only fishing at like 25-30 yards here, so that does the job admirably. If I want to fish 50 yards plus or with heavier leads, do a 6-pound version. And it's on a heli sort of leader with a little tungsten bead, top bead, little tungsten bottom bead, ring swivel. Right, what I've done is I've just unlooped the rig from that swivel, and I then just use that to find me spot, clip up, and then I can just loop the rig back on, flick it back out there, a little bit of foam pops up, and then lather a few boilies over the top, job done. Simple fishing. Well, rods are out at last. Gone flat calm. No wind forecast, just hot, savage heat. It's going to be a hot, sticky night, and hopefully productive morning. But we will see. Seen a couple cruising about out there, but yeah, it's just one of them days where most of the fish are just pugged up in the weed at the moment. A few backs out of the water up in the far corner. Not loads up there, but enough to make me think that I'm not really that far away from a chance. See what I do once dark comes. Anyway, I'm gonna have a nice cup of tea now. El King on his way home. Mega. Track down into my swim. There we go. All set up. Lovely. Just a little swim this. So, straight into the sunset. How about that? Look at that. Whoa. That's why we look forward to the summer, eh? There we go. We're rocking. Oi oi. Might have a few customers about. Anyway. Get along for the first one of the morning. Is it 4 o'clock? Lovely. Nice undisturbed night from the Tench. Thank God. Let's see if we get Mr. Carp this morning. Sun ain't quite up yet. Until we're racing through the year. We're now, I think, 1st of August today, is it? Jesus. I can't believe it. Where's the year going? Incredible. Starting to think about the autumn now. Mind you, I've got a very special place to go come autumn time. I actually start in a couple of weeks' time. So that'd be lovely. New adventure and all that. Looking forward to it, I can tell you. For now, I'm going to watch the sun come up. Hopefully see a bit of activity. Might just herb one there. If you let me. Little fella. Lovely. How's about that? Hey! A bit closer. There we go. Great way to start the morning. Another typical specimen of this water. Lots of commons in here. Not so many mirrors, unfortunately, but hey, you'll do, you're lovely. Perfection. Look at that. Absolutely cracking. There we go. Right, so I've set up on the end of a beautiful warm summer southwesterly here. It's quite a long narrow lake, this one, and this particular end is a bit of a bowl end, so it's like a wedge shaped lake, and this end here sort of opens up into a bit of a bowl section. I don't know whether you can see. I'll try and just zoom in a little bit. See, it's probably the weediest section of the lake. See a little gang of coots over there. Look, they're coming in for a bit of a raid on my area, I reckon. I've just baited up about an hour ago. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of surface weed built up in this corner. Something's just spooked them, which is a good sign. There's another one there just coming in. But yeah, you've got a lot of surface weed built up in this far corner. There's a small bar that comes out off of there and drops away into slightly deeper water. Got a bit of a clay area out there. And basically, there was a lot of fish when I turned up and had my first walk round in that corner. So I've set up in the last swim on the lake. Wouldn't normally want to do that if there weren't a lot of fish present, because you can sort of end up really cutting your nose off to spite your face, because if they move out, you're done. You're in a corner. But it's a quiet pit, and obviously I'm going to fish in the summer where I find them as per usual, and you can always move if they're showing signs of moving out of the zone. But this weed at this time of year is their home. They love it. Unfortunately, so did the tench, and they've been a little bit of a problem in the respect of, in the evenings they seem to sort of get on your baited area a little bit, and they ain't shy in coming forward, and I've had a few so far this trip. I think I've had 7 now. See what the night brings. Not really much of a night water, this one. Only ever had a few takes in the past during the dark hours. It's normally that sort of first light to breakfast time type of scenario, as per usual. But we will see. Anyway, I'm going to get a steak on the barbie. I've even got a little bottle of wine I had cider last night, which was lovely. Ice cold out of the cool bag. Perfect, as it was about 25 degrees. Bit cooler tonight with this wind, so it's quite nice. I'm going to have a nice Beaujolais. How's that? Happy days. Right, there you go. The nice view down the length of the lake on the top end. There's that weed I was showing you earlier. It's all built up on the surface in the corner. Down this long wedge-shaped chunk of water. There's the old mob of coots. A little gang that raid me every now and again. But they tell you when the carp are about as well. And these carp have been flopping about in this weed this afternoon. They're screaming. One of the best tellers out there are a little group of coots. Always let you know what's going on. There we go. Looking across to my plot. See where I am. There we go. Just over there. Tucked up behind that bush. It's a lovely, lovely natural lake. Surrounded by lovely reed beds, big tall 80-foot willows. Gorgeous grassy banks. how we like it. So there you go. As you can see, it's a beautiful, mature, natural environment. Nicely maintained, full of wildlife. Got these lovely big old meadow sections here, full of wildflowers, full of insects. What have you? Let's have a little walk back round, I'll show you. Love it. Another lake through here. You just see it through the willows there. Another cracking old pit, one I fished a bit in the past. Go back round here. Proper worn old track, this one. It's in plenty of barrow movement. Here we go, back at my little plot. Come on, Mr. Carp. Right, I wanted to show you this on the vlog. It's a really cool bit of kit that I got last year. Used it a lot now. It's the Kadak Safari Chef 2. Wicked bit of kit. I mean, here we go. Look. I'll show you that. So, just runs off your normal cans of gas that you get in all the fishing shops or camping shops or whatever. You've got a griddle plate there, sitting straight on top of the gas. Comes with a flat plate as well for doing, you know, breakfast and that sort of thing on. You got the lid, which also doubles up as a wok for making curries and stir fries and all that sort of thing. You can cook chips in that. You can do pies in it. You can roast stuff. Comes with another little wire rack that you can use for putting your kettle on or a saucepan or whatever. Obviously infinitely controllable because it's got the gas running it. Yeah, I get it if you want to mess about with coal and all that. I've got a coal barbecue, charcoal barbecue at home. There isn't anything quite like it, but for convenience and for being down the lake, this has got fold up legs there, you can see. So it basically all folds in on itself, goes in a small carry bag, and yeah, minimum fuss, no mess, cooks beautifully. You get that big flame grilled taste. I'll show you when I put my steak on it in a minute. Yeah, really flavoursome food, just cleans up easy, stacks away nicely. I mean, generally, as you all know, I like to travel light when I'm fishing. Minimum fuss, minimum kit, easy to move around the lake. But if I'm down for a few nights, especially sort of winter time, there's nothing like getting that out and cooking yourself a nice steak and ale pie and a few potatoes or whatever. In the summer, get your lamb chops, burgers, steaks on it, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, like you say, if you're here for a few nights and you want to look after yourself, which is of paramount importance, if you're active and mobile and using a lot of energy and calories, you've got to replace them, and the best way to do it is with some really good food. So yeah, this bit of kit, you know, if you're interested in this type of thing, it is absolutely perfect. I think I paid about 80 odd quid for it, something like that. And yeah, been a bit of money well spent, that is. Again, you don't get that horrible clean up thing where you're having to chuck old charcoal away and you're worrying about it scorching the ground. You know, it's up off the ground on these little fold up legs. You've always got gas with you for your normal little cookers and what have you for making tea, but yeah, this just makes the job that much easier, that much better, and the food is unreal. There you go, lovely bit of ribeye on there. Oh, needs a bit of smell-o-vision. That is nice. Do a bit that side. Yeah, so I cooked some steaks on this the other night, and I put it on my Instagram story, and I think I had about, it was well in excess of 50 messages asking me what this was, so I hope you like the little description. A few of you might want to go out and buy one of these, and yeah, I hope you get on with it. Certainly served me well over the last 12 months, that's for sure. Anyway, got to save my battery because we've used the old camcorder a little bit today and I'm running out of juice. So I'm going to cook my dinner, sign off for the night, and hopefully see you in the morning. Right, there's a ribeye steak wrapped up in a Italian flatbread. A bottle of Beaujolais. That's what summer's all about. Absolutely mega. What are you saying, Jim? Is that steak good? Was that? Is that steak good? What are you saying? Ah, good. That's all right then. Glad you liked it. Imagine you can see that. Glowworms. In the old meadow up here. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? There you go, you can see them there. Look. Nature provides the most amazing things for us to see. Incredible. That was a powerful one, wasn't it? Here we go. Right. Just want to have a look at you, mate. Here we go. What a cool old character. He's been in here a long, long time. There we go. Caught him on me. Little yearly anniversary trip we take somewhere across the country. We've just decided to come back down on local pit this time. We've had a result. Let's get a couple of quick pictures and we're pitting back. Hey, what a cool old carp. Big old pecs, big angry male. In the gin clear waters of Swan Lake in Kent. Lovely old common. Dark. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Lovely. He's lovely, that one. Absolutely awesome. Just pass you the rod, thank you. Just stick it down there. That's it. That's it, lovely, thank you. Typical of the lake. Lovely dark old common. Get the mat sorted out and get him out and have a look. Just want to have a little look at you. I'm going to put you back. How's that? Beautiful swan common. Mid-Kent Fisheries, Swan Syndicate water. Holds a very special place in my heart. Contains some very, very cool old carp. She's gone home. Bit of a different morning this morning. All that heat's gone. 25 degrees, sunny. It's dissipated overnight. The clouds have rolled in. Low pressure. Drizzle. And the carp have disappeared. Just when you think for most lakes these would be prime conditions, this particular pit doesn't ever seem to respond to these type of conditions. What you consider real perfect carp fishing weather. Nah, they've done the off. But anyway, it's the last morning. Gonna be packing up in a little while, so unless one decides to ramp off with one of those hook baits in the next half an hour, we're going to be out of here. What are you saying, Jim? He's in a trance. Jim, you want to go home? Home? Yeah, I think so. We're done.